the 20-minute time limit. About to make his way to the ring, first of all, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing in at 242 pounds, Easy Money! And his tag team partner, weighing in at 202 pounds, this is Kid Kash!
You know, they were rivals in ECW, had countless matches, but believe it or not, this is the first time that the appropriately named Kid Kash and Easy Money have ever joined forces as a tag team. Of course, with names like Easy Money and Kid Kash, they've got to be on the same page.
You'd think it would have happened before now.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 422 pounds, the team of Tony, Mamaluke, and David Young.
And it gets started, Mike, and this is going to be something. Think about these pairings. Kid Kash and Easy Money, two of the hardest working athletes that we've got in NWA TNA against David Young and Mamaluke. And think about, like, I call it the re-debut of David Young last show when he came into the gauntlet and just literally impressed everybody and came in like a house of fire.
What a powerhouse he was back on December the 18th. It was our final show of the year 2002, and David Young certainly opened up a lot of eyes with that new attitude and that new strategy where he's using his size and weight advantage against the X Division stars. As we see Kid Kash hit the Hurricane Rana on David Young outside the ring.
And you know, Kid Kash, here's another one. I feel like he doesn't get half the recognition he deserves. This guy comes in, whether he wins or loses, puts on an incredible show every time he enters the ring. You always get your money's worth with him. And I'll tell you something, this is going to be a great tag team, Easy Money, Kid Kash.
Boy, what a frustrating experience, though, to see first the greatness of the NWA stars, the tradition stepping forward, but then to see Russo and Sports Entertainment Extreme now in our own building. Now camping out in the back, they've got their own locker room now that they took it over from the TNA girls.
Tony Mamaluke, I'll tell you something about Mamaluke a lot of people don't remember. He defeated Jason Cross, who last show won the gauntlet for the X Division title match that he has tonight with Siaki. Mamaluke is the only one who's defeated Jason Cross in NWA TNA.
Yeah, you make a great point about that, thinking back to the debut match of Jason Cross on the NWA TNA pay-per-view. He came up short against Mamaluke, but boy, his career has been just straight uphill from that point.
Well, he put on such an incredible showing, but what four great athletes we've got out here, and you know, they've not made a stand by any means, but as far as I'm concerned, this is tradition in the ring right now, Mike.
Well,
great athletes, X Division.
And you talked about Jason Cross. He gets his title shot. That's upcoming here later tonight when he faces Sonny Siaki with the NWA X Division title on the line. Jason Cross, a chance to go from just in a month's time period from a dark match to the championship belt.
Well, that's just how impressive he is and how good he is.
And when you see youngsters like I was talking about with Rick Santel and Chris Vaughn, the future of our profession, think of what that does for them as a motivating factor when they see someone like Jason Cross, who's worked his way right into a title shot through great perseverance in such a short time. There's another power move from David Young.
I'll tell you something, I don't know what's gotten into David Young, but he is a totally different person than he was when he first came in with Bobcat. Remember her, almost ruined his career? Well, he rededicated himself, Mike, and I'll tell you something. Look at this!
What a spear out of the corner by David Young.
That was like Jack Lambert, buddy, right there.
Yeah, rededicated and also got rid of Bobcat, so he was then able to focus on his opponent in the ring rather than worrying about his valet at ringside, but then also got back and really has done some incredible training work as well to get back where he is now. And I think the smart aspect of it is for David Young, as we see Mamaluke go for the cover, is that he now realizes that if he is to be a success, if he is to be a factor in the X Division, he needs to use the power of the size advantage that he does have. And of course, he's got that great move, the spine buster, and actually several different variations of the spine buster, much like Kid Kash, who just got the boot up from Mamaluke, has so many variations of the Hurricane Rana.
I'll tell you something, Kid Kash is amazing. Like Red, somebody that makes your heart stop in the middle of a match. He does things that you cannot believe. It defies gravity.
Headbutt in the corner by Kid Kash. Ooh, open hand slap. You could hear the echo as he hit the chest of Tony Mamaluke. Off into the corner, and Mamaluke was ready. Able to catch him out of the corner with the clothesline, but Kash gets the shoulder up at 2.
What a great way to start off the new year. Great match, 4 great athletes. Easy Money, of course, almost won the X Division the last show of the year against Siaki and Jerry Lynn. He got his title shot quick. Think about it. Easy Money was another one. Within almost, a month's time of being in TNA, he had him a title shot.
Yeah, and the thing about it, they earned those title shots.
That's right.
That's what we're all about when it comes to the tradition of the National Wrestling Alliance, as I was trying to explain to those young kids the future of our sport. And they know that. They know that they have to pay their dues. And they're not afraid to do that, to work their way to a shot at an NWA TNA pay-per-view.
David Young there trying to use his strength and just squeeze the oxygen out of Kash.
Yeah, behind the back of senior official Scott Armstrong is the blind tag.
But it was a tag. Armstrong just missed it, I believe. I thought Kash got him.
Kash to the corner. Tags in Easy Money, who comes in with clotheslines for both Mamaluke and Young. Nice scoop and a slam. Standing, moves up to the cover, too. Almost pinned both men at the same time.
I'll tell you what, you see the heart of these 4, and, you know, you can't root for anybody. You just got to sit back and enjoy the show, because they're going to give you one, Mike.
All 4 men in the ring at this point.
And they're hungry. Kash getting up on the top again, and Mamaluke up on the top rope.
Oh, the super kick by Easy Money is the move that really pays off. Pardon the pun. Caught David Young, now heads to the top. Frog splash off the top. Legs hooked, shoulders are down. Looked like he had the 3 count, but Mamaluke breaks it up.
Great teamwork there by Mamaluke to get in there. It was almost over. David Young, Kid Kash, both of them so impressive in the 10-man gauntlet. Oh, look at that!
Double spring into the Hurricane Rana.
Kash unbelievable, Mike. What?
Spiked him with the DDT. Goes for the cover. And again, Mamaluke in to break it up. Several occasions now that Mamaluke has saved his team from losing this tag team opener.
Oh, here's the brute force. Oh.
Off the power bomb, pin attempt. Oh, that time it was Easy Money.
I mean, physically, Easy Money and David Young match up well, but David Young on Kid Kash, it's just a mismatch size-wise. But then again, after what you see what Kash can do.
Yeah, what you see with someone like Kash, what you see with someone like Amazing Red, sometimes it's more important to have the bigger heart than the bigger body or the better physique.
Well, there's no substitute for speed in any sport, that's for sure. Oh, he went for it. And again, David Young just literally tackles him and throws him to the ground, Mike.
Off to the ropes goes Easy Money. David Young going to take him out. Drops him down with the spine buster. 2. Got him!
The winners of the match, the team of Tony Mamaluke and David Young.
Brute force won out there, Mike.
What it was all about.
Wait
a minute.
Christopher Daniels.
Helix Skipper